Hello. This is my presentation about Pastafarianism, which is, unsurprisingly, about this guy, Flying Spaghetti Monster. He's really cool. So the Flying Spaghetti Monster, or the FSM, created the universe about 4,000 years ago. Now, some nosy scientists might point out that fossils and, well, astrophysicists might also point out that, well, the universe kind of seems to be way older than that. Some people even say it's billions of years old. Well, the fact of the matter is that the Flying Spaghetti Monster has made it seem like the universe is older than it actually is. He spent the first couple hundred years of existence painstakingly making the details so that it would seem older than it actually is. He spent particularly much time on Earth because he knew there would be some particularly nosy scientists on Earth. He spent 4 days making Earth, also while drinking heavily, of course. On the first day, he created the firmament, or also he decided that it would be called land as well, but firmament. He also created beer volcanoes. And while drinking off of these beer volcanoes, well, he fell asleep. And when he woke up on the second day, he was a little bit disoriented. So he proclaimed this new thing called the Earth. And he also said that there should be dry Earth, and that the seas should rise to the heavens. And then he realized that he had already created land, and so he decided that this kind of paradise of beer volcanoes and firmament, and also coves for pirates, because pirates are the holy people, the chosen holy people. He decided that this land would be rise and be called the heaven. And he chose to hang out there because it was a much sweeter spot. This thing that we call gravity, that, physicists like to call gravity, is actually just the Flying Spaghetti Monster, the FSM, holding us down with his noodly appendages, constantly pushing us down. Now, one thing to note about this is that the Flying Spaghetti Monster seems to have a fondness of little people because they experience the most gravity, and so he feels like touching them more. That's in the gospel anyways. And as before mentioned, pirates are chosen as the holy people. I don't know what happened there. The pirates are chosen as the holy people because of their coolness. They live very badass lives, simply put. And one anecdote about pirates is that they've been on the steady decline. Since the 19th century, they've been on a steady decline. You know what's been on the rise since the 19th century? Global temperatures. That's right. So this thing that we call global warming can be attributed to, well, the lack of pirates. And so, in the Pastafarian faith, you are generally encouraged to dress up as a pirate and live as closely to a life as a pirate as you can. Dressing up as a pirate doesn't merely make you a pirate, but as close to a pirate as possible. Anyone can join this faith. Whether a convert from another religion, if you're gay, if you're a child, anyone regardless of race, religious background, they accept converts from every religion, and also any age or any background, basically. It's a very inclusive religion. They also have no place of worship because it was the Flying Spaghetti Monster's wish that no money would be spent on that. But every prayer is there is a kind of a rule. For every prayer, it has to be ended with the word Ramen. So that's that. Some holy days is Friday is holy, of course, because that's the last day that the flying spaghetti monster created Earth. And then, of course, night is prime time. The only real holiday that the Pastafarian faith has is just called holiday or occasion, depends on who you ask. It comes at the last month of the year, so December. It's when Hanukkah and Christmas are celebrated. Pastafarians also celebrate Halloween, because the origin of Halloween is, well, the original Pastafarians, the pirates of the old, would give sweets to children. They were actually pretty nice guys. This Christian propaganda that they were thieves and, thugs who just raided shores, well, that's not true, really. They gave sweets to children, and the children started dressing up as pirates, hence how trick-or-treating came to be. So pirates are really cool, basically. And also, there's a 30-day God-back guarantee. If you try this religion for 30 days and you do not like it, your God will most likely bring you back. So that's that. There aren't really any really strict rules for this religion, but there are 8 I'd really rather you didn't. These are commandments, but the Flying Spaghetti Monster think that that's a little bit of a dramatic way to put it, but there are 8 I'd really rather you didn't. And the 3 more important ones are, don't be pushy. It's okay if someone doesn't believe in the FSM, because, well, you just put the facts out there and you let the people decide. This is a core part of Pastafarianism. So don't push this religion on others. And the second one is no oppression or war, nor the exact one is I'd really rather you didn't use my existence as a means to oppress, subjugate, punish, eviscerate, and or be mean to others. I don't require a sacrifice, and purity is for drinking water, so not people. And the 6th one is don't build huge monuments to appreciate his noodly goodness. Because, well, money could be spent on much better things, like, ending poverty, ending world hunger, lowering the price of cables. His words, not mine. There were actually 10 commandments. I'd really rather you didn't. But 2 were dropped, hence the flimsy moral standards of the Pastafarian faith. While there is the Pastafarian heaven consists of beer volcanoes and stripper factories, which is pretty great. And hell is more of the same, but the beer volcanoes are filled with stale beer, stale and warm beer, and the stripper factories all have STDs. And there are also penguins everywhere in Pastafarian hell. So there's that. But there is always beer. So what's the difference between Pastafarianism and some other religions? Well, it has similar themes to, for example, Christianity, commandments, and, there is actually a story about pirates meeting Noah from Noah's Ark. And, but it's more chill than most religions. They don't take themselves too seriously. And their belief is a non-dogmatic way. They believe in this flying spaghetti monster, but they don't believe that they're right about everything. Which is a core idea of the Pastafarian faith. Only assholes think they're right about everything all the time. And Pastafarians are not assholes. Important. It's also, they don't take themselves too seriously. They're worshipping a spaghetti god, but in their opinion, this god could be as real as any other god, really. So no one can really prove that any god exists, and so why not worship a more fun god? Also benefit of not taking yourself too seriously if you won't start any wars with them. And also, I'd really rather you didn't of, not starting wars, which is, they're more chill. But this religion is more than just satire. Now, on surface level, it could just seem like a crazy kind of religion that just grumpy atheists came up with, but it's not just grumpy atheists. There are definitely some who just say flying spaghetti monster in an argument to disprove God or something. Well, in this faith, some people believe in the flying spaghetti monster and some people don't. But the more uniting fact than belief is that, they're generally peaceful and they're very inclusive people. And they believe in equality, and it's a more newer religion. It's all the other religions are really old and stuff. And they also like to have fun. Like this one German guy in Germany has made his house into the official church of the Pastafarian faith in Germany. And he enjoys weekly on Fridays at about 10, 8 or sometimes 4, sometimes 16 people come over, and they sing songs about dogma, and they drink beer. Which is always good. So, fun and alcohol. So that's the gist of the Pastafarian faith. Now, most of the information was taken by the official Gospel of the Flying Spaghetti Monster, the Holy Book. A lot of images were taken from this YouTube video, and some info as well. One image, you could read your rest, That's the Pastafarian faith for you. Thank you very much for listening.